Today, all you're going to need is a ball of some kind. Tennis ball is a good one. I also use a lacrosse ball sometimes, but that's a little bit hard. So you use what you've got, or if you've got some variety, maybe just have a few handy. We're going to do the upper body. So we're going to do this a little bit later. So we're going to set it aside. And we're going to stretch the upper body first a little bit, and then we'll get into massaging the upper back. So this is a really good one for preventing headaches. It's not necessarily great if you have one because it can make it feel worse while you're having it. But if you do it in between headaches, it can a lot of times make them subside less and less, because a lot of the issues that we have are with headaches is the upper body, the upper back. So we're just going to do a few stretches. So let's just start by rolling the shoulders. Just roll them one direction and then the other. Good. Nice. Let's lift the shoulders, drop them down. Lift the shoulders and drop them down. Good. One more time. Lift the shoulders, drop them down. Good. So we're going to reach the arms out. So just reach out as like you're really trying to touch the walls. And then we're noticing if the shoulders are coming up, we want to relax them down. And then we're going to turn the palms down, back, and up. Good. And then bring them back around, palms up, and then forward, down, back, up. Good. And forward, pointing them straight up. Good. Now let's do it one more time. Down, back, up. Good. And release. Let's do one more stretch sitting here. So we're going to just go behind you with your hands. And we're just going to bring the hands together. Interlace those fingers. So if the elbows aren't straight, that's okay. We're just touching the hands first. And then we're going to press the knuckles down toward the floor. So we're getting the arms as straight as we can to open the chest. Good. Pull the belly in, maybe lift the wrists away. Good. Nice stretch. And release. Nice. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees. Good. So let's just do a couple of stretches all the way down. Let's come onto our belly. Forehead to the mat. We're going to bring your arms out to the side. So we're just bringing the hands. So like you can kind of feel it. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. And then we're going to walk them out so that you have kind of these chicken wings out to the sides. And we're lifting the elbows up because we're not trying to push with the arms. We're just trying to open the back. And we really want the back to work. So we're going to pull the belly in, slide the shoulder blades together, and then lift the chest. Good. Now you can press through the hands. We're feeling the stretch. We're strengthening the back. Good. Nice. We're going to do that 2 more times. You can rest the elbows for a moment. Let's lift them back up. Pull the belly in. Lift the chest. Let the back work. Good. And back down. We're going to do it one more time. Good. Lift the chest to lift the head. Good. Now maybe lift the hands. Good. So the back is working and we're just pulling the elbows together. Nice. Bring the hands forward, touch the hands in front, bring them back. Like you're trying to touch the elbows behind you and then the hands in front of you. Good. Let's do that one more time. Elbows behind you, hands in front. Good. And relax it down. Let's do one more little stretch here. We're going to bring your hands behind you, palms face up on your low back, forehead to the mat, belly in. Lift the elbows. So the elbows might, fall out to the sides, but we're going to lift them up and we're going to lift the shoulders down and back. Good. One more lift, belly in. Good. Lift. You want to add a little, lift the legs. A little more. Breathe. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Good. One more lift. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, lower down. Good. Let's have the arms down by the sides. Let's look to the right. Now let's look to the left. Good. Bring hands underneath the shoulders. Let's press up to table. Good. So we're going to do a little twist here. So we're going to center the right hand, left hand reaches up. And while we're here, let's just rotate that arm a couple of times. One direction and then the other, just to get into that shoulder. And then we're going to sweep it through. Sweep it through. Set that left shoulder on your mat and just press that right hand in. So we're just stretching into the shoulder. You're getting a twist here. We're opening the rhomboids, which we're going to massage in a moment. Even weight between the knees. So just notice and see if you can shift. Good. Breathe. Okay, so let's take this front hand, so your right hand, bring it around, palm face up on your low back, just to open that shoulder a little bit. Good. Bring that top hand around, press it up, tabletop. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Let's center the left hand, right hand reaches up. Good. Let's do a circle. One circle, two circles, switch directions. One circle, two circles. Reach up, sweep it through. We're going to set that shoulder down on the mat. Left hand's right in front of you, pressing into the floor. Just get that twist. And then we're finding even weight between the knees. Good. Breathe. So for me, my rhomboids tend to get tight, and this one feels so good for that. And then we're going to take your left palm face up on your low back and just pulling that shoulder back. Nice stretch. One more breath. Good. Let's bring that top hand around. Coming up. Table. Okay, so let's come to seated. Grab your ball. We're going to come onto our back. So it takes a little practice getting this ball in the right spots, but you'll see it can be very rewarding. So if you just need to practice a little bit. So we're going to start with, and you can pick the side. So a lot of times you have a side that's just going to be easier because you can reach it better. So just maybe start with whichever side you think is going to be easier, because we're going to do both. And we're going to take the ball, and where you want to put it is right on the inside of your shoulder blade, but between the spine and the shoulder blade. So we're just going to do that. I'm going to kind of low to start. And you might, when you get it there, it might just be like, oh, that really hurts. So if it really hurts, you're not going to move. You're just going to leave it there. And then all you do is just try to relax. Now, if it feels like you could move it a little, you could just maybe tilt your hips back and forth to move it, or move the hips to move it. You could also take your arm out, out to the side, and it will intensify the ball wherever it is. So for me, it's pretty intense because my rhomboids do get tight. I'm just going to let it be there for a few more breaths. But now let's bring it up. So you're just rolling it up to like between the trapezius, right about the trapezius. So the upper part of your shoulder blade and your rhomboid. So it's like a little bit higher. And just let it either be there, or you can move your shoulder to kind of get a little massage there. And then if you find an interesting spot, meaning one that kind of hurts a lot, just stay there and try to relax your shoulder. Which is hard work. That's learning how to relax is hard work. So I'm moving it just a little closer to my spine, which, I feel it. So you can move it around just by moving your upper body, or you can let it be still. And then we're going to take that ball out, and then we're going to just tuck it in. So we're going to, on that same side, tuck it in where the trapezius is. So it's just right there. A lot of times there's a knot right at the top where people will press into it and tell you how stressed out you are. And that's where you're kind of targeting. And you can roll the ball out toward the shoulder and in toward the spine. And if you find a spot again, just maybe stay with that one spot for a little bit. It do its thing. Mm, okay, just a few more moments right here. I got a really good spot right here. When I do it, I feel it in my ear sometimes, and today I'm definitely feeling it in my ear. That usually means that's why I'm getting those headaches. So we're going to take the ball. I'm going to take the opposite hand and put it under my head. The ball, I'm going to put it in my neck area. So you can go on the lower part of your neck or the higher part of your neck, but you want to listen to your body. What feels okay? If something feels kind of weird or uncomfortable, when it comes to the neck, you don't want to mess around. So pain is okay if you don't feel weird about it, but I like sometimes put it at the base of my skull. I don't like how that feels, so I just don't do it. So you can not put it there if you don't like it. And you can turn the head from left to right, move the shoulder to get a little bit more massage. You'll notice subtle movements. Move that ball in interesting ways or move your muscle in interesting ways to help you get a little massage there. You could tuck it in a little more if you wanted to. Just do what feels good. I also find tilting the hips helps move the ball. Nice. And you can bring that arm up, and that helps you find new things in each position. Okay, so we're going to take that ball out from underneath you. We're going to do the other side. So we want to be between the shoulder blade and the spine, the lower part of your shoulder blade. And ow, that I feel it today. So bringing your arm down by your side can make it a little less intense, usually. And then bringing it straight out, I find it adds to the intensity. Ooh, and it does today. Breathe. So this side, I thought the other side was tight. This side is really tight. So I'm laying still because moving will just make it hurt. So I'm just trying to relax. Just a few breaths. Really focusing on your breath can help you. You'll notice it just kind of releases a little bit. Good. So now let's move the ball up to the upper part of that shoulder blade. Ooh. Mm. Just feeling that. Moving the shoulder a little bit, moving the hips. Then we're going to take the ball and just bring it up here. We're going to tuck it in to that trapezius, and we're going to let it, can roll it out toward the shoulder, roll it in toward the spine. Ooh. And then once you find something interesting, just leave it there. And you could put something under your head this whole time or have your hand there. And if you're really tight, it's probably not the worst idea to have something under the head. Mhm. Just another moment here. And then we're going to grab the ball. And that same side that you're doing, we're going to bring your left hand or your other hand under your head, my left hand, your whichever hand. And then we're going to take the ball and put it under the neck. So we can put it in the middle, we can put it at the base of the skull or toward the bottom of the neck, just to get in a little bit more. And again, listen to your body. If that spot feels funky, weird, not comfortable, don't do it. Just put it where it's going to feel good and you can maybe find a way to relax there. You can turn the head from left to right, move the shoulder, ooh, to get a little deeper, move the hips. Again, all of these things, move the ball, move the muscle. Mm. Good. And we're going to take that ball out from underneath and set it aside. Let's hug the knees in and just rock the low back from side to side. And then from here, we're just going to find a Shavasana position for a few moments. Whatever you want to do. Legs straight, putting the feet together, knees apart, or knees bent. Whatever's comfortable for you. Take 5 more long, deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Let's bring the knees together or bend into the knees. Gonna roll onto one side of your body. Pressing up to a seated position. Taking a breath. Thank you for sharing your practice with me this morning. Namaste. May your shoulders be loose all weekend long.